Admiral Jake Morrison walked slowly across the bridge of the Earth defense ship Titan. His heavy boots made soft sounds on the metal floor. The ship was quiet, except for the gentle hum of the engines. Through the large windows he could see the darkness of space filled with tiny stars. But today something else was coming through that darkness. "Admiral, they are here," said Commander Lisa Grant. She held a data pad in her hands and her voice sounded worried. "The alien ships just came out of hyperspace. There are so many of them." Jake turned to look at the main screen. What he saw made his heart beat faster. Hundreds of alien ships appeared in space around Earth. They were huge and shaped like crystals. Their surfaces reflected light and made them look like floating diamonds. But these were not beautiful gifts. These were weapons of war. "How many ships do you count, Lisa?" Jake asked. 300, sir, maybe more. They are all military vessels. No cargo ships or peaceful craft among them." Jake nodded. He had expected this day would come. For months, Earth had been trying to talk with the Zephyrian Empire. They sent messages asking for peace. They offered trade agreements. They even invited the aliens to visit Earth as friends. But the Empire did not want friendship. They wanted something else. Captain Ryan Burke walked up to the Admiral. Ryan had been Earth's main person for talking with aliens. He had spent many sleepless nights trying to make peace with the Empire. His face looked tired and sad. "Admiral, we just got their message," Ryan said. "It is exactly what we feared they would say." "Tell me," Jake said. Ryan looked at his data pad and read the alien message. "They say Earth must surrender everything. All our resources, all our people, all our freedom. We have 72 hours to give up completely. If we do not surrender, they will destroy our planet and kill everyone on it." Jake felt anger rise in his chest, but he kept his voice calm. "And what did you tell them, Ryan?" "I told them what we agreed to say, sir. I warned them that Earth has strong defenses. I told them that attacking us would be a big mistake. I explained that humans are not weak and will fight back." "What was their answer?" Ryan shook his head. "They laughed at me, Admiral. They said humans are just primitive animals who do not understand real power. They think we are lying about our defenses because we are scared." Dr. Helen Torres was standing near the big windows looking out at the alien fleet. She was Earth's best scientist for studying aliens. She had learned many things about the Empire by watching their ships and studying their technology. "Admiral," she said without turning around, "I have been watching how their ships move. They fly in the same patterns that they used when they attacked other planets. They think this will be easy for them." "What do you see, Helen?" Jake asked. "Their ships have energy shields that protect them from most weapons. They use plasma guns that can burn through most armor. This is the same setup they used to conquer 47 other worlds. But Admiral, I think they made one big mistake." "What mistake?" Helen finally turned around. Her eyes were bright with excitement. "They assume we will fight like all the other species they conquered. They expect us to use the same old weapons and tactics. They do not know that humans are different." Lieutenant O. Commander Paul Richards was working at his control station. He was in charge of communicating with Earth's hidden defense systems. For years, Earth had been building secret weapons and hiding them in places the aliens could never find. Now it was time to see if their plan would work. "Admiral," Paul called out, "I just got confirmation from Earth Command. All defense systems are ready. The ocean platforms are in position. The asteroid bases are fully armed. The lunar stations are waiting for orders." Jake smiled for the first time that day. "Good. Make sure everyone knows to stay hidden until I give the word. We want the aliens to think we are helpless." The bridge became busy as everyone prepared for what was coming. Officers moved between control stations. Engineers checked weapon systems. Communication specialists sent coded messages to secret bases around the solar system. Commander Lisa Grant walked back to the Admiral. "Sir, we are getting reports from all over Earth. People are scared, but they are not running away. The governments are working together. Everyone knows what we are fighting for." Jake looked out at the alien fleet again. The crystal ships were moving closer to Earth. Soon they would be close enough to attack. He thought about all the years of preparation that had led to this moment. When Earth first made contact with aliens, most people had hoped for peace. But some smart people had warned that not all aliens would be friendly. They had convinced Earth's leaders to prepare for war while still hoping for peace. "Admiral," Ryan said, "should I try to talk to them one more time? Maybe we can still avoid this fight." Jake thought about it for a moment. He knew that many people would die in the coming battle. War was always terrible even when it was necessary. But he also knew that surrendering would mean the end of human freedom forever. "No, Ryan. We gave them our warning. We told them the truth about what would happen if they attacked us. They chose not to listen. They chose war instead of peace. Now they will learn why that was a mistake." The alien fleet continued moving toward Earth. Soon, the most important battle in human history would begin. But Earth was ready. Humans had always been good at surviving against impossible odds. Today, they would show the galaxy that some species should never be underestimated. Emperor Zephyr Caney stood in the center of his massive command ship called the Eternal Dominion. The ship was so big that it could hold a small city inside it. Golden walls covered with precious stones surrounded him. Alien servants moved quietly around the room, afraid to make any noise that might anger their ruler. Through the huge window in front of him, Emperor Caney could see the small blue planet called Earth. It looked so tiny and weak compared to all the worlds he had conquered before. The planet had no ring of defense stations around it. No giant warships protected it. It seemed like the easiest target his empire had ever found. "My Emperor," said General Vex Thorn as he walked into the room. The general was tall and thin with purple skin and 4 arms. His military uniform was covered with medals from all the battles he had won. "Our fleet is in position around the human planet. They are completely surrounded." Emperor Caney smiled. His sharp teeth glowed in the light from the window. "Excellent. How long did our intelligence teams say this conquest would take?" "Less than 1 day, my Emperor. The humans have only 8 billion people and very few spaceships. Their technology is at least 100 years behind ours. This will be our fastest victory ever." Admiral Nova Sterling entered the command room. She was the Emperor's best military leader and had never lost a battle. Her silver armor reflected the light as she moved. "My Emperor, we have finished studying the human planet. They have some defensive weapons, but nothing that can hurt our ships." "What about their warning?" Emperor Caney asked. "The human diplomat claimed they had strong defenses." General Thorn laughed. It was not a pleasant sound. "My Emperor, that was clearly a lie. Weak species always make empty threats when they know they cannot win. The humans are desperate and trying to scare us with words." Far away from the alien command ship, Captain Elena Rodriguez was hiding inside her Earth vessel called the Defiance. Her ship was small and painted black to blend in with space. Special technology made it invisible to alien sensors. She had been following the Empire's fleet for days, watching and listening to everything they did. Elena spoke quietly into her communication device. "Earth Command. This is Captain Rodriguez. The aliens are talking about us like we are insects. They think this will be easy." The voice of Admiral Morrison came through her speaker. "What are they saying, Elena?" "They are laughing about our warning, sir. They think we are lying about our defenses. They have no idea what we have been building for the past 10 years. Elena looked at her scanner. The alien ships were moving in the same formation they had used to attack dozens of other worlds. They had one way of fighting, and they never changed it. This would be their weakness. On the alien command ship, Emperor Caney was looking at pictures of Earth's cities. "These humans build such ugly cities," he said. "Once we destroy their military, we will tear down everything and build proper imperial structures." "What should we do with the human population, my Emperor?" asked Admiral Sterling. "The strong ones will become slaves. The weak ones are not worth keeping alive. We will follow the same plan we used on the other worlds." General Thorn nodded. "The humans will learn that resistance is pointless. No species has ever successfully fought against the Empire." Deep under the Earth's oceans, engineer Marcus Webb was making final checks on humanity's secret weapons. He worked in a hidden base that had been built on the ocean floor. Around him, other engineers and technicians prepared weapons that the aliens had never seen before. Marcus, called his assistant. "The quantum resonance cannons are ready, all. Power systems are working perfectly." Marcus smiled. He had spent 5 years developing these weapons. They used completely new technology that could punch through any known type of shield. The aliens had no idea such weapons were possible. "Good work, everyone," Marcus said to his team. "Remember, we only get one chance to surprise them. After that, they will know what we can do." Back on the alien command ship, Dr. Amanda Cole was studying information that human spies had stolen from Empire databases. She had learned exactly how alien shields worked and had found their weak points. Her discoveries would help Earth's weapons hit their targets. Amanda spoke into her secure communication line. "Admiral Morrison, I have finished my analysis. The alien shields protect against plasma and laser weapons, but they have never faced quantum resonance technology. Our new weapons should cut through their defenses like they are not even there." Emperor Caney was growing impatient. "How much longer until their surrender deadline ends?" 6 hours, my Emperor," replied General Thorne. "Should we prepare for the attack?" "Yes. Move all ships into attack formation. I want this over quickly so we can move on to the next conquest." Admiral Sterling began giving orders to the fleet. "All ships prepare for planetary bombardment. Target their major cities first. Once their population centers are destroyed, any remaining resistance will collapse." The alien ships began moving closer to Earth. Their crystal hulls caught the light from the sun and made them look like beautiful but deadly jewels floating in space. Inside each ship, alien warriors prepared their weapons and dreamed of easy victory. Captain Elena Rodriguez watched the aliens prepare for attack. "Earth Command, they are getting ready to strike. All ships are moving into bombardment formation." "Understood, Elena. Stay hidden and keep watching. When the battle starts, we will need your eyes out there." On Earth, millions of people looked up at the sky and saw the alien ships. Some were afraid, but most were angry. Humans had built a peaceful civilization, and now strangers from space wanted to destroy it. But Earth was not defenseless. Humanity had prepared for this day, and soon the aliens would learn that some species should never be underestimated. The 72-hour deadline had ended. Emperor Caney stood on his command ship and watched Earth through the big window. He raised his hand high in the air and then brought it down fast. "Begin the attack," he commanded. "Destroy their cities. First." All across the alien fleet, weapons powered up. Bright plasma cannons aimed at Earth's biggest cities. The first wave of deadly energy beams shot through space toward the blue planet. The aliens expected to see huge explosions and burning cities. Instead, something impossible happened. The plasma beams hit invisible walls around Earth and disappeared. The deadly energy just vanished like it had never existed. Every alien on every ship stared in shock. Their most powerful weapons had done nothing at all. "What happened?" shouted Emperor Caney. "Why are their cities still standing?" "Admiral Nova." Sterling looked at her instruments with confusion. "My Emperor, our weapons fired correctly, but something blocked them. The humans have shields we cannot see." General Vex Thorne could not believe what his eyes were showing him. "This is impossible. No planet has shields that strong. Our intelligence report said the humans had no planetary defense systems." Suddenly, the ocean around Earth began to change. Huge metal structures rose up from the deep waters. 12 massive platforms broke through the surface and floated in the air above the waves. Each platform was the size of a small city and covered with weapons that glowed with strange blue light. "By the Empire," whispered Admiral Sterling. "Where did those come from?" Captain Ben Taylor was inside one of the hidden lunar bases that had been built in secret over many years. The base was buried deep under the moon's surface, where alien sensors could not find it. For 15 years, humans had been building weapons and waiting for this day. "All railgun batteries prepare to fire," Ben commanded. "Target the largest alien ships first." The moon's surface opened up in 12 different places. Massive gun barrels rose out of the ground and pointed at the alien fleet. These weapons did not use energy or plasma. They fired solid metal projectiles, faster than anything the aliens had ever seen. The first salvo of railgun fire streaked across space. The metal projectiles moved so fast they looked like lines of light. They hit the alien ships before the aliens could even react. The Empire's shields, designed to stop energy weapons, could not stop solid metal moving at incredible speed. 3 alien ships exploded immediately. Their crystal hulls shattered like glass. Pieces of broken ships scattered through space. The aliens had never faced weapons like this before. "Impossible!" screamed Emperor Caney. "How can primitive humans have such advanced weapons?" Before anyone could answer, more surprises appeared. Colonel Amy Foster led a team of Earth's Space Marines on a mission that seemed impossible. Using experimental jump drives, her soldiers disappeared from their ships and reappeared inside alien vessels. The aliens had never faced enemies who could teleport directly onto their ships. Their security systems were designed to stop attacks from outside, not from soldiers who appeared in their hallways. Amy and her Marines moved through the alien ships, disabling engines and weapon systems. "Team Alpha, secure the engine room," Amy commanded through her radio. "Team Beta, take control of their weapons. Remember, we want to capture these ships if possible." The alien crews panicked. They had conquered many worlds, but they had never fought enemies who appeared out of nowhere inside their own ships. Human soldiers were smaller than most aliens, but they moved faster and fought smarter. Commander Nathan Price was working in Earth's orbital command station. This hidden base controlled all of humanity's defensive systems. Nathan had been studying alien communication patterns for months, looking for weaknesses. "I have found their command frequency," Nathan announced to his team. "All alien ships use the same communication system. If we can hack into it, we can turn their own technology against them." Human computer experts had been preparing for this moment. They sent virus programs into the alien network. Within minutes, alien ships began receiving false orders. Some ships turned their weapons on other alien vessels. Others flew in the wrong directions and crashed into each other. Dr. Kevin Stone activated his gravitational pulse weapons from a secret base hidden in an asteroid. These weapons could change gravity around enemy ships, crushing them or tearing them apart. The physics behind these weapons was so advanced that most alien species thought such things were impossible. The first gravitational pulse hit a group of alien ships. The vessels were squeezed by invisible forces until their hulls cracked. Some ships were twisted into impossible shapes before they exploded. Others were stretched apart until they broke into pieces. Emperor Caney watched his mighty fleet fall apart around him. In less than 1 hour, he had lost over 50 ships. His empire had conquered dozens of worlds without losing even 10 ships total. Now these humans were destroying his fleet faster than he could count. "How is this possible, oh?" he shouted at his officers. The humans were supposed to be weak and primitive. Admiral Sterling was reading damage reports with shaking hands. "My Emperor, they have weapons we have never seen before. Our shields cannot stop their attacks. Our communication systems have been compromised. Many of our ships are no longer responding to orders." Lieutenant Sarah Brooks piloted one of Earth's new fighter craft through the battle. Her ship's artificial intelligence learned from every alien attack and became better at fighting with each passing minute. Unlike alien ships that fought the same way every time, human vessels adapted and evolved during combat. Sarah's fighter dodged alien plasma fire and returned attacks with quantum torpedoes that phased through enemy shields. Her ship's AI analyzed alien movements and predicted their actions before they happened. The battle that the aliens expected to win in hours was turning into their worst nightmare. Earth's secret preparations were working perfectly. Humanity had spent years building weapons and training soldiers for this exact situation. Emperor Caney realized for the first time that his empire might not win this battle. The humans had been ready for war while pretending to want peace. Their warning had not been an empty threat. It had been a promise of what would happen to anyone who attacked Earth. The first strike was over, and Earth had won decisively. The battle was getting worse for the aliens with every passing hour. Emperor Caney watched his proud fleet fall apart around him. More than half of his ships were already destroyed or badly damaged. The humans kept showing new weapons that the Empire had never seen before. Dr. Kevin Stone was working in his secret laboratory built inside a large asteroid. He had been waiting years to test his most powerful invention. The gravitational pulse weapons had worked well, but now it was time for something even more dangerous. Activate the space-time manipulator, Kevin told his assistant. Target the largest group of alien ships. The device Kevin had built could bend space itself. It made small black holes that lasted for only a few seconds, but that was long enough. When the weapon fired, reality twisted around 12 alien ships. The vessels were crushed by forces that should not exist. They disappeared into tiny points of light, and then were gone forever. Emperor Caney felt fear for the first time in his long life. "What kind of species are these humans?" he whispered. "They have weapons that can destroy space itself." Lieutenant, Sarah Brooks was still flying her fighter through the battle zone. Her ship's artificial intelligence had learned so much that it could predict alien movements several seconds before they happened. This made her nearly impossible to hit. "Computer, show me the weakest alien ships," Sarah said. 12 targets. Identified, her AI replied. "Shall I plot attack courses?" "Do it." Sarah's fighter moved through space like a dancer, avoiding every alien weapon while her quantum torpedoes found their targets. Each torpedo was guided by the same learning AI that flew her ship. The weapons adapted to alien defenses and found ways through shields that should have been impossible to penetrate. Captain Rachel Turner was leading Earth's Psychological Warfare Division from a hidden base on the dark side of the moon. Her job was to attack the aliens' minds instead of their ships. She had spent months learning how alien communication systems worked. "Broadcasting now," Rachel announced to her team. "Sending the truth about the Empire to every alien ship and every conquered world." Rachel's broadcasts told the story of all the worlds the Empire had destroyed. She showed pictures of dead planets and enslaved peoples. Most importantly, she revealed how the Empire's leaders lived in luxury while their soldiers died in pointless wars. On alien ships throughout the fleet, ordinary soldiers began to question why they were fighting. Many had joined the military to protect their families, not to conquer innocent worlds. Rachel's messages made them realize they were not heroes but invaders. "Why are we here?" asked an alien soldier on one of the Empire's ships. "These humans were living peacefully on their world. We came here to destroy them for no good reason." Similar conversations were happening on ships across the alien fleet. Morale was collapsing as soldiers realized they were fighting an unjust war against people who had done nothing wrong. Engineer Tyler Murphy was controlling the solar collection array from Earth's orbital command center. This massive device had been disguised as a harmless research station for 10 years. The aliens had ignored it completely, thinking it was just for studying the sun. "Solar array at full power," Tyler announced. "Ready to fire." The array focused sunlight into a beam so concentrated it could cut through anything. Tyler aimed it at the alien command ship where Emperor Caney was hiding. The beam of pure solar energy sliced through the ship's shields like they were made of paper. "Hull breach on decks 7 through 12, reported Admiral Sterling on the alien command ship. "We are losing life support in those sections." Emperor Caney realized his flagship was about to be destroyed. "All ships retreat to safe distance. We need time to plan a new strategy." But retreating was not easy. General Patricia Lewis was coordinating surface-to-space missile attacks from hidden bases all over Earth. Her weapons used quantum tunneling technology that could bypass alien shields completely. "Fire all batteries," Patricia commanded. "Do not let any alien ships escape." Hundreds of missiles launched from secret bases hidden in mountains, deserts, and forests. The missiles disappeared into quantum tunnels and reappeared inside alien ships. The aliens could not defend against weapons that ignored their shields entirely. More alien ships exploded as the quantum missiles found their targets. The Empire's retreat was turning into a complete disaster. Ships that tried to flee were destroyed before they could reach safe distances. Commander Nathan Price was still working on hacking alien systems. His team had gained complete control over enemy communications and was now accessing their navigation computers. "I can control where their ships go," Nathan reported to Admiral Morrison. "Should I send them into each other?" "Do it," came the reply. Alien ships suddenly changed course without warning. Their own navigation systems turned against them. Some ships flew directly into asteroid fields. Others crashed into each other at high speed. The aliens watched helplessly as their own technology was used to destroy them. Dr. Amanda Cole was analyzing data from the battle. Her computers were learning everything about alien technology and finding new weaknesses every minute. "Admiral," she called out, "I have discovered how to overload their power systems. If we hit them with the right frequency of energy, their own reactors will explode. Send the data to all weapon systems," Admiral Morrison replied. Earth's quantum cannons began firing at specific frequencies designed to cause alien power systems to fail. One by one, alien ships began exploding from the inside as their own engines turned into bombs. The battle had become a complete disaster for the Empire. What started as an easy conquest had turned into the worst defeat in their history. The humans were not just winning, they were showing the galaxy that the Empire could be beaten. Emperor Caney looked around at the wreckage of his once mighty fleet. Less than 100 ships remained out of the 300 he had brought to Earth. His dreams of easy conquest were shattered like the hulls of his destroyed vessels. "My Emperor," said Admiral Sterling quietly, "perhaps we should consider surrender." For the first time in the Empire's history, their leader was thinking about giving up instead of fighting to the end. Emperor Caney sat alone in his damaged command room. The golden walls were cracked and many of the precious stones had fallen to the floor. Sparks flew from broken control panels. The mighty Eternal Dominion was dying around him, just like his Empire's dream of conquering Earth. "My Emperor," Admiral Sterling said as she entered the room. Her silver armor was dented, and her face showed the defeat she felt inside. "We have lost 230 ships. Many more are too damaged to fight. The humans are asking if we want to surrender." Emperor Caney could not believe what he was hearing. The word surrender had never been spoken on an Imperial ship. Before, the Empire had always been the one demanding surrender from others. "How can this be?" he asked quietly. "We were the most powerful force in the galaxy. How did these primitive humans destroy us so completely?" Before Admiral Sterling could answer, a new voice came through the communication system. It was Admiral Jake Morrison from the Earth defense ship Titan. "Emperor Caney, this is Admiral Morrison. Your fleet is defeated. Many of your ships are destroyed, and your soldiers are dying. I am offering you one chance to end this war peacefully. Surrender now and we will treat your survivors with respect." The Emperor felt anger rise in his chest, but he also felt something he had never experienced before: complete helplessness. His mighty fleet was broken. His dreams of conquest were shattered. The humans had proven that his empire was not as strong as he believed. "What are your terms?" Emperor Caney asked, the words tasting bitter in his mouth. "Unconditional surrender of all Imperial forces in this system. Your ships will be escorted to neutral space. Your injured will receive medical care. But the Empire's days of conquest are over." Captain Lisa Grant was preparing the peace negotiations aboard a neutral vessel called the Harmony. This ship had been built specifically for diplomatic meetings between different species. It was painted white and carried no weapons, showing that it came in peace. "Admiral Morrison," Lisa reported, "representatives from 17 different worlds are asking to join the negotiations. Word of our victory has spread quickly through the galaxy." Jake smiled. He knew that other species had been waiting for someone to stand up to the Empire. Earth's victory had given them hope that freedom was possible. General Vex Thorne entered the Imperial command room with his head hanging low. The proud military leader who had laughed at human warnings now looked like a defeated old soldier. "Emperor, the humans are sending medical ships to help our wounded. They are also providing food and water to our damaged vessels. I do not understand why they are helping us after we tried to destroy them." Emperor Caney was confused by this as, well, every species the Empire had conquered became slaves or was completely destroyed. The idea of helping defeated enemies was something he could not understand. Dr. Helen Torres was working with alien survivors on one of the medical ships. She was treating injured Imperial soldiers with the same care she would give to humans. Many of the aliens had never experienced kindness from their enemies before. "Why are you helping us?" asked a young alien soldier whose ship had been destroyed. "We came here to kill your people." Helen looked at the frightened soldier with compassion. "Because you are hurt and far from home. Just because your leaders made bad choices does not mean you deserve to die." The alien soldier began to cry. He had been taught that humans were evil and primitive. But these humans were showing him more kindness than his own empire ever had. Commander Ryan Burke was leading the main peace negotiations. Across the table from him sat Imperial representatives who had never expected to be discussing surrender terms. Behind them were representatives from dozens of worlds that the Empire had conquered over the years. The Empire will withdraw from all conquered territories, Ryan announced. Free elections will be held on every world. Species that want independence will receive it. The age of Imperial conquest is over. One of the conquered world representatives stood up. What about justice for the billions who died during Imperial invasions? What about the planets that were destroyed? Ryan nodded. War crimes trials will be held for Imperial leaders who ordered the destruction of peaceful worlds. But ordinary soldiers who were just following orders will be allowed to return home. Emperor Caney realized that his life as he knew it was over. He would face trial for his crimes. His empire would be broken apart. The conquered worlds would be free. Everything he had built would be destroyed. But as he watched human medical teams caring for his wounded soldiers, he began to understand something important. True strength did not come from conquering others. It came from protecting what you loved and showing mercy to the defeated. Captain Elena Rodriguez was still hidden in her stealth ship, watching the aftermath of the battle. Space around Earth was filled with rescue ships from both sides working together to save lives. Human and alien crews worked side by side to repair damaged vessels and help the wounded. Earth Command, she reported, the galaxy is watching everything we do. Our actions here will be remembered for generations. Admiral Morrison understood the importance of this moment. Make sure everyone knows that Earth fights to defend freedom, not to conquer others. We want to be friends with peaceful species, but we will always defend ourselves against aggressors. Dr. Amanda Cole was analyzing all the technology captured from Imperial ships. The knowledge gained from this battle would help Earth build better defenses and explore space more safely. But more importantly, it would help them understand other species better. Ambassador Ryan Burke established Earth's first embassy on the neutral station where the peace talks were held. The small blue planet that had been dismissed as primitive was now recognized as a major power in galactic politics. The war was over, but its effects would last forever. The empire that had seemed invincible was broken. Dozens of worlds were free for the first time in decades, and humanity had earned its place among the stars not through conquest, but through courage, innovation, and the willingness to defend what was right. Emperor Caney's final message to his remaining forces was simple. Return home. The age of the empire is over. Perhaps it is time to learn from those we underestimated. The galaxy had learned an important lesson. Some species should never be underestimated, especially those who fight not for conquest but for freedom.